the best thing that should have been. I think the best thing to do was just to fire him. You didn't have to worry about. You didn't have to worry about, you know, anything else coming. As long as you fired him, I don't think people would care. I don't think people really care about him still being on the WWE network of all things. Like, oh no, he's still on WWE network, let's yada 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 and so forth. Like, no, you can just fire him, kick him off your TV, permanently for now. Like, they pretty much pulled a Donald Sterling on this dude. So that's pretty much my opinion of the whole topic, man. We're gonna talk about another topic right now. I think my next topic for this match for this video will probably be about the WWE and its fuckery. I really want to point this out, and this is why I haven't been a fan of WWE for such a long time now. That's why I kind of walked away for a while. I didn't really care about the WWE. I didn't want to watch WWE because for a period of time I just didn't care about it, because it just turned into kiddyish PG era bullcrap, and it seemed like a lot of young guys with talent were getting their breaks, but fuckery came abound. It seemed like there were so many good things that ended up terrible. Like, for instance, let's take the Nexus. Remember the Nexus? I don't think we want to remember the Nexus. But if there's one thing to remember about the Nexus, it started off on fire. I mean, it got crazy. It just took off like wildfire. And I think them attacking somebody like John Cena at the start of it, I don't think it was a good way to start it off. I think what they should have did was probably go after somebody like Randy Orton, who I think was the champion at the time. I don't remember or don't recall, but I think he was the champion at the time. It was either him or Sheamus, I don't remember, but at the time, one of those two were champions. I think it was Randy. I really do think it was Randy. But Randy Orton was champion. I think they should have just went after him. Beat the living crap out of the champion and make a statement saying that we want to get into WWE. Not just Wade Barrett gets into the WWE, everybody else gets into the WWE. It would have worked out a little bit more better that way. If it would have been better that way if the Nexus, if they would have just made the Nexus dominant right out the gate. I don't see anything wrong with the Nexus being dominant right out the gate. What would be so wrong about the Nexus being dominant right out the gate? You know what I'm saying? They go after the champion. They attack the champion relentlessly. John Cena is out fighting who knows what. They probably put him in the feud with the Big Show for like 500 times, because that's like the best feud they can come up with. So you put him in a feud with Big Show. You don't mess with him until later on. They don't go after Cena until later on when their dominance is like at its peak. So what you do is you let them go after Randy Orton. Randy Orton goes into this like 2-month feud with them, trying to protect his WWE Championship, but at the same time protect himself. You have Team Orton versus Team Nexus at SummerSlam. Nexus wins. They prove their dominance. Wade Barrett gets the #1 contendership. The first time he fails. He fails to beat Randy Orton. Randy Orton walks out the winner. Then the next time Wade Barrett wins, and then after that they put Randy Orton on the shelf. They put Randy Orton on the shelf. They have some, let's say Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan won Money in the Bank that year too. Cause I know he got released, and then they kicked him out. Then they fired him because he choked one dude with the tie. He choked this one dude with the tie. And WWE didn't think that was PG, so they fired him. So you had Daniel Bryan be the new up-and-coming guy to face him, or at least cash in on him. I don't know. And then after all that's said and done, Daniel Bryan obviously fails. The Royal Rumble comes through. But Wade Barrett has no #1 contender at the Royal Rumble. Who do you go to? You go to John Cena. You have him pretty much destroy Wade Barrett. Actually, you don't do that first. At first, you let the Nexus succeed. You let Wade Barrett succeed cleanly. No interference, no BS on the end. Wade Barrett beats John Cena cleanly. Next bout, John Cena looks like John Cena's gonna win. Next pay-per-view looks like John Cena's gonna win. Fails. He fails, but this time the fuckery and the DQ involvement messed everything up. Then WrestleMania comes, and DQ happens again. So John Cena realizes he cannot beat the Nexus by himself. So what do? You have him team up. You pretty much have him. I don't know how to really say this, but you're gonna have to have him and Randy Orton team up and go up against. You have Randy Orton come back, Shocker and all that stuff after WrestleMania. Comes back, he RKOs everyone like crazy. Him and John Cena destroy the Nexus together. Triple threat match for the WWE, or I don't know what title it was at the time. World Heavyweight WWE. I think it was WWE Championship. You let, I don't know, it depends on who you want to give it to. You want to give it to Randy, give it to John, I don't know. Probably give it to John because that was also around the time when Money in the Bank. That was also around the time when Money in the Bank 2011 was happening. So you probably might want to get that to John Cena. So that way, just him and the CM Punk story can go on. So you probably have to give it to Cena. Orton goes SmackDown. Obviously, gets into it with Christian, as you see right here. Boom, bam, bada, boom. The Nexus could have been the greatest story of all time because, well, in the process of it, Wade Barrett was supposed to have a big head, and he was supposed to, and certain members of the group was supposed to explode as time went on. So some members were going to leave the group. So therefore, the Nexus was going to get weaker by the end of it, and some of the other superstars, supposed to go on and do their own thing, stuff like that. Because it's supposed to be like the leader gets the championship, he becomes big-headed, he starts doing crazy, he starts letting his ego get the best of him, and that ultimately leads to the demise of the group, and also the demise of the power of his character. So if they would have did that.